So this is the newest Dragon Ball fighting game coming out. Actually, it's coming on Xbox 360 and PS3. So it's the sequel to the game we released last year. A lot of one-on-one, head-to-head fighting. But in this game, we've added even more characters. So we've got 100 different characters that you can pick. So the most we've ever had in a Dragon Ball game on the PlayStation 3 or the PS3. And you have a lot of the classic characters, Goku, Vegeta, like all your main characters from Dragon Ball are represented here. It's a really good new art style, so it gives you a lot of, it really kind of brings out the characters and their personalities while you're playing, so you can see a lot more detail when you play. So, all right, so we'll jump in. So the main game, it's a head-to-head fighting game, so you're gonna basically just do one-on-one fighting. There's a lot of different modes, so you can just jump in and fight head-to-head against either the computer or another player. There's a lot of additional things. You can do training, different kind of things where you have to do, you have to complete different trials in order to learn how to use all your powers, all the different things you can do. It has an online battle mode, so you can go online and you can play against people anywhere in the world. And a world tournament mode where you can jump in, enter a tournament with other characters, and then some of those even have different objectives that you need to do as well. So we'll just jump into Galaxy mode right here. And so we can pick which character we want to use. So I'm going to use Piccolo here. And so this, for this area, we're doing different missions. So for this Galaxy mode. So here you get to take a look at a couple of characters jumping in. The loading, it's a little mini game you can play while it's loading, so that you're not just sitting there waiting for it for the first few seconds. So you kind of hit the different buttons, and then different sparkles and different things will appear on the screen. But as you can see, the environments are really big. Some of the attacks are so powerful that you're able to just attack them and push them and punch them into a mountain, and the mountain will break apart and explode. A lot of signature attacks are in the game as well. So in addition to your normal combos, you'll be able to follow up a lot of the hits with additional attacks. You can see just how large the environments are. So your fighting areas are actually really, really big. So one of the other things the developers wanted to do was they wanted to make sure that all of the punches and all of the hits and the contact that you have with the characters, that you can really kind of feel the damage that happens during the punches. So a lot of times during the combos, it'll slow down and it'll give you that extra effect for just those really intense punches. One of the additional things, actually for the core Dragon Ball fans, so the guys who've been following Dragon Ball for all this time, so there's a museum of all these things that you can unlock. So it has different things like character encyclopedias. So here's, you can see all the different characters you can play. So you can see the roster is really, really big. And then some of the characters have different forms as well. So for Goku, there's different forms that he has. So his Super Saiyan form, and his different ones, and then also his regular form. But once you select one, you can go in, you can read about them, you can hear, you can see who the voice actor is for it. You have both Japanese and English voices. You can see their profile, you can see their information. Listen to the voices. So a lot of different information in there for the Dragon Ball fans. You can listen to the background music. You can watch battle replays that you can save. And there's also there's all the intro movies, but there's also a special movie. There's also a special movie that's exclusive to the Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2 video games. So it's a Dragon Ball animation that was never released. So it was created initially, and it was based on one of the manga volumes. And it was started, and it never actually came out, so they never released it. So our development team, in working with Shueisha and the Dragon Ball licensors, they were able to take that, finish it up, polish it up, and they've included it on the disc as an unlockable. So for the first time ever, Dragon Ball fans are going to get to see something that's kind of like a lost grail for Dragon Ball animation. So I can't show it to you here on camera, but it definitely is there. It's a full movie. It's a short movie that you can watch. So it's very, very cool. Yeah, so that's a little bit about Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2. So it's coming out on Xbox 360 and PS3 in November.